Another Realm is a narrative-driven tabletop role-playing game podcast. For this season, we're using the Dungeons & Dragons 5e rules. Kinda. Sometimes the language on this podcast can get a little spicy, but if that doesn't bother you, my name is Will, and I play Six.
I'm Bruce, and I'm the voice of Archie.
I'm Frazier, and I play Margbark Smoth.
My name is Emily, and I'm the voice of Osiris T-Sun.
And I'm your game master, Tanner, and this is what happened on the last episode of Nether Realm, the Neverthere.
After we escaped the prison at Port Wayworth, the next step was to formulate a plan. Step 1, find a boat. Step 2, escape Port Wayworth. Step 3, use the boat on the River Sanguine to sail to Perotia. Step 4, do all of this without getting caught by the guards. Now that we have a plan, it is time to execute. Margbark arm wrestled a pirate into introducing us to more pirates so we can hitch a ride on their boat. Step 1 complete. Now, with 3 steps left, we are ready to move. Honestly, I would do anything to get away from Port Wayworth and this spooky corner.
We forgot to say what happened to Half-Orc Strong Guy, because he was supposed to be with you, but we all just kind of forgot about him.
I just assumed he like tripped or something.
No, here's what happened to Half-Orc Strong Guy.
Honey bunny, I must go back and get permission to marry you from my family, so I can start the mating ritual. Love you.
And he just runs off.
Ah, sweet young love.
One of you fuckers
Osiris.
is going to have to explain the very, very, very horny half-orc that you brought with you.
I'm very confused. Osiris, that is your husband.
Nope.
Yep, that's her boyfriend. Soon to be husband.
Did you just scream titties?
Titties!
Babies.
Titties.
Babies!
Well,
This is
Osiris, look, I don't know if I've ever been to a wedding before, but I would love to attend.
You know, he could be useful.
That's how you
Okay,
see
cool.
love. That's sad.
That's how you
I
choose
don't
how to
love
get
him.
married. If they're going to be useful enough, marry them up.
We are in those ages, aren't we? Like,
Yeah, it's true.
Yep.
I mean,
Marriage
it's
is
all
only
about,
for benefits.
yeah, big broods. It's getting weird. Okay. So
Got weird.
we did a lot of stuff last time in like setting up some travel options to go to Perotia. You guys are still traveling.
Options?
Oh, we only had one
there were-
I
option.
think there was one option.
There was plural options? Are you
Yeah,
sure about
I
this?
had, I wrote
option was
multiple
boat.
options. You guys chose boat.
There was only one option in the eyes of Marg.
I'm on a boat! I'm on a boat!
boat, motherfucker. Don't you
Don't
So-
ever forget.
Take a good hard
So-
look at my
Oh my
motherfucking
God.
boat.
So
I remember being like 9 years old and being shown that song for the first time, and Mom lost her shit.
This boat is real.
It's real. Fuck, lad. I'm on a boat,
and it's
motherfucker.
going
would-
fast. And
Mom would go, no, stop. What are you listening
nautical
to?
theme, Pashmina, Afghan.
I'm the king of the world.
You're so good.
if you guys continue going like this, I'm gonna start naming everyone after like sauces and dips. Like the next
Please
person
do.
you run into is gonna be Baba Ganoush.
Yes.
I love that,
And then-
actually.
Think I wouldn't like a
Guacamole.
character.
Hey,
Come
look,
across
it's
Mr.
Baba
Spinach.
Gadoosh.
We'll come across Mr. Spinach Artichoke.
What's your name, sir? Well, my name just so happens to be ranch dressing. Could just be
it's
rich,
me.
not as funny.
It's a me, French onion. Baguette. Titty croissant.
Hello, I am Arabiata.
I don't know, man. You gotta be careful about that. You can't do vegetables because if you do, you just do vegetables.
Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z is gonna fucking sue you.
What's your name? Pickle. Oh. All right. So what we're gonna say is that you guys got a good long rest there in your very not haunted except for one potential portion warehouse.
Fuck that corner.
Yeah, fuck that corner.
I sleep in that corner because I'm not afraid.
Ooh, fun. Roll me a d20, please.
No.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Tells the DM no.
He said no.
I got a 25.
Just a d20.
I got
There are no
25.
bonuses.
My d20 goes to 25 when it comes to supernatural creatures.
All right. What'd you actually roll?
17.
17. All right, that's pretty good. Thank you. Up in the top corner of the screen, you see Archie has been noticed.
The grudge
Oh.
is just hiding up in the corner.
All right.
Okay, well, we don't. That could come back to haunt us or haunt Archie.
Wait, where did we
I'm not
did we
afraid.
see that or hear that? What?
In the top
of the screen?
The top corner of the screen.
It's
Hey, you guys
he's
see
making
the
a
weird
telltale-
fucking letters up there?
So you guys are
Telltale
just
Games.
backwards. Wow, this is really just a tangent, isn't it, guys? Okay, so in your preparation to find things and get the fuck out of town, you decided to try and make a deal with some other pirate, good old Patrick Seaworth, and he is like, I can get you in touch with one set of people that go across the River Sanguine. And those are the hot water haulers. I'm gonna make some realisms here. It would be good to have some preparation because it's over 200 miles by boat. So we're not gonna play the whole I want to see you eat. But what I do want to do is do a little role playing, and where maybe since we have some kind of downtime finally, you guys do some preparation to get yourselves out of there and maybe just have some conversation with each other just to kind of build up some of that backstory. And I'll fill in as needed to rein you guys in. And then I'm going to get your ass on the river. Sound good?
Cool. Let's
Okay.
see how many conversations we can make Tanner have with himself.
Yes.
No.
Chandri, what would you provide on a long thing? Maybe ask Harin.
Oh, maybe ask Karin. Yeah, so you want Chandri to ask Karin.
Yeah.
They converse what they can provide.
Patrick seems like he might know too if Haran doesn't.
Patrick, can you please talk to Chandri and Harin?
Someone seems to have cast silence just on his mouth. Wow. Must be
Oh,
that
no,
corner.
darn.
That crazy corner.
Cat got your tongue. Okay. All right.
It turns out a cat literally does have his tongue. Wow.
Oh boy.
Wonderful storytelling.
What a rich fiction. Hey, guys, I really don't need sustenance. Food, water. I can help get you some though. This is a long track. 200 miles. I think that the DM said.
Wow. It's good. It's we're really pulling people in here.
Oh, I'm not the only one who hears the weird voice in the sky then. All right, good. I thought I was just crazy.
No, yeah, I've heard a lot of weird voices lately.
I thought that was in my head.
I thought it was strange he referred to the United States unit of measure instead of the metric system. That's just odd, but
Can you go ahead and tell me? Can you tell me? Let's build some fiction together there, Fraser. Let's build some fiction. What are the units of measure in Lear? Let's go ahead and talk because it wouldn't be
well, obviously it's fucking metric or it's not metric. You're using imperial
but you seem
systems
to have
or
a
some shit.
You seem to have a fucking problem with it, my guy. So before you give me some
you
flack,
said miles. I mean, units of measure is feet,
I have
inches,
invented a new
gotta be.
currency. I didn't even say gold and silver and copper. And so you know what? Go ahead. Give me the conversions. Give me the conversions into magic.
Why would we
kerfuffles.
be that complicated? Miles is fine.
Hold on, wait. Actually, it's about 30,000 woogalos away from here.
Good. It's good. The measurement is woogalos. It's all coming back, baby.
Jesus.
It's literally the length of an average size woogalo.
Everything is based on animals. All of
Exactly.
it.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Why am I still
yeah,
talking a sixth voice?
It's fucking good. Yeah, the average size. So that's let's see. Then woogalos here. And on average,
4 feet long.
no, I was going to make it something like that's actually very easy to convert. I was going to be, they're a foot long. Who knew? They're just small. They're small wombats.
The average length of wombat is 3.3 feet.
So they're about a meter. So fuck it. It's the metric system.
Well, there you go. I don't know how many meters are in a mile. What are we doing? What's happening?
2006. No, that's miles in a meter. No, wait, miles in a kilometer. No, feet in a kilometer.
We've
feet
got
in a
so
mile.
many Woogalos to go.
Yeah. All right. Hey, let's cycle back around. Apparently, we're just gonna make some stupid shit. So let's just dive into it. I guess I'll go ahead and start the role playing game. Okay. So your travel out of Port Wayworth would have you crossing near the southeastern gate. Now, there are other ways to bypass the gate itself by a few side streets, but those paths might be difficult, and if anyone notices you trying to leave that direction, they might report it, or if it's a guard, they might try and stop you. In and out of the gate is typically free travel, except for at nighttime. However, you guys are wanted. People do know what your faces look like. The road that leads down, and the one that Patrick Seaworth is pointing out to you, is that southeastern exit, and he would take you down to meet with someone out in the wilds out there. Because the operation for the hot water haulers is not directly on any sort of route. That would be kind of dumb. So Patrick is preparing to set out. And he looks over all of his packs and things like that. He doesn't seem like he's packing for a long journey. He's just intending to get you down to the encampment. So, there anything you all want to know before we head out on this, or is it just onward adventure? Like, what type of people are you? Is what I'm trying to ascertain, because I'm gonna have to try and sell you guys to the haulers.
We're traders.
No.
With a T.
No. Oh, with like TRAITORS?
No.
No.
With a D.
No, with a D.
With a big
okay.
D.
So
Except that metal guy.
I have no penis.
I am finding it more and more difficult to potentially vouch for you guys, primarily just because of your key personality traits. So can you keep it
what's
chill?
wrong with our personalities?
Oh, you're fine. I'm sorry. We haven't had much in the way of a conversation. No problem. But really,
Wait,
bringing
what's
up
wrong with our personalities? And he points to Six and Archie.
Bringing up penises and traitorous intent probably isn't good.
They don't have penises either.
Whoa, Six, we speak for yourself there, bud.
Oh, I meant the traders for the witch whiskey.
They're not traitors. They don't try and pretend to do something good when they're doing something bad. If they're caught, they're just like, yep, this is what we do. I mean, it's really about paying the guards and not about so much deception.
Well, we have money.
That'll help.
We could help pay. Right, Archie, Margbark, Osiris.
I'm broke.
Yeah, I assume we were going to be paying him anyway.
I figured as much, especially with the 30,000 Woogalo journey.
Yep, that's well known here. We measure things in Woogalos. Right, so is there anything that you all want to try and grab before we head out? I'm packed and ready to go.
How long does it take to travel 200 miles by boat?
Okay, how fast would you say people paddle like it's a... No, it would be a steam boat on the back. It'll take you a week. There we go.
There you go.
Oh,
We'll
wait.
say it's got about 200 Woogalo power.
No.
Well,
I throw Margbark into the creepy Cthulhu corner.
it's good. Margbark, go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
Well, he already knows. He's been noticed. He has
4.
something constantly following him around.
In the top of the screen, it says The blade gets a shiver.
Oh, wow.
Oh God,
All
it's
right.
scaring the blade. We're in trouble.
All right. Yeah, so it'll take you guys over a week to travel, depending on the ship, right? Like, it's not going to be a sailboat. So however they power this thing is going to be determinant. Here's the amount of time that it takes. Enough for me to have some fun shit happen on the way there.
Yay.
I like that. I like
Yes.
that.
I like
that
fun shit.
measure. I
I
like
like
that
fun
unit
shit.
of time.
Right? Yeah, it's very exact. So Patrick will continue. So is there, anything you want to stop by, anything in particular? They'll probably have a decent amount of supplies, but, it'll probably cost you more if you're using theirs instead of using yours.
Oh, well, we don't really have a way to get supplies. Not here, with our faces. Mine especially. My poster looks very good. It's a good likeness of me.
They did a really well job.
Really well.
We speak proper common here.
Nope.
I don't really need supplies for myself, though. Archie, Markbart, Osiris.
Give me 1 second. I'm Googling how water skins work for time. Hold on.
What's Google?
Okay, so
The corner speaks up.
Google comes for us all.
Oh God, Google's after us. It has our information.
yeah,
The
probably.
great Google giveth, and the good
The
Google
great
taketh
Google
away.
taketh away. All right, so here's the deal. Because, you're asking me supplies. Technically, if we have 10 rations still, which is what I assume we would have filled up with every time we went back to base, whatever that minus the trip it took us to get here, those count as 1 day of food. So if all of you had 10 rations when the game started. So if you still have those, you have 10 days of food. If you have a water skin and it's full, which I guess that's arguable if it is or isn't, you have half the amount of water you need to survive a day in the D&D world, because characters need 1 gallon of water.
We should be able to get water from the river, right? Water's not an issue.
That's good. Yeah, perfect. Good to drink water out of rivers. Yes.
Well, she has he can
you
purify water.
Boil it. Yeah. So, no, I'm not going to do specific, like, you don't have to eat or drink or anything like that. We never worry about those kind of survival elements. I'm just saying, if there's anything that you want to roleplay or anything else that you want to grab before you leave the city, this is the opportunity to do that. Otherwise, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, we need to get the fuck out of here. We can't really
Yeah, we
just
need to
be
get the fuck
seen
out.
out in public anyway because we're all
Yeah.
wanted,
Yeah.
and Six's face is very like his poster. We need to go.
Also, we are planning on leaving with the cover of night and getting out of the city, and then maybe making camp away from the city and then meeting them in the daytime. So it's taking us basically a day trek over to where they are. In other words, it's kind of what we're planning.
Yeah, so, like, it is after midnight now. It's probably about 2 a.m. after it's all said and done, you guys getting out, Archie going and taking care of his business. So for the moment, it is still under the cover of darkness. Archie, you would know that if you wanted to get out of the city now, that would be a possibility. You've got plenty of hours to get there, and it's definitely not going to take that long. It might, if you try and take, back streets and things like that, it might take you an hour to get to the southeastern gate.
All right, well, if we leave, it'll take about an hour to get out of here.
Well, then, is the decision to leave now?
Yeah, let's blow this pop stand.
Okay. All right. So, under the cover of darkness, the 7 of you begin to make your way out of the warehouse and down through the street. Are you taking the main road out, or are you going by side streets? Main road's definitely going to be faster. Probably take you maybe a little over a half hour to get to the gate. Side streets, like I said, will take you about an hour.
Can we take the main road and then just find like alleyways to cut down if we should see some folks?
Sure.
Just like
So-
kind of.
How, I guess the question is, and I guess my character may know this, how busy are streets at this time?
We are on high alert, by the way.
And is there a curfew?
There's not currently a curfew, especially not over in this section. The guard activity here, like I explained before, is not the most reputable bunch, but seeing as there are escaped prisoners, you would imagine that there's going to be a lot more guards out. Now, as far as how populated the streets are at night, it is pretty late, but you know that a lot of these dens of ill repute pretty much operate until the wee hours of the morning. So people coming in and out of these places it's very likely, but a lot of them will be intoxicated. Now, anyone else that might be lurking on the street probably wouldn't be the most trustworthy folk at this time of night. They themselves might be weaving in and out of alleyways, looking for opportunities.
We just have to be better than them.
I think it would be good if I had a hood before we leave. My face is pretty recognizable.
Haran walks up, reaches his hand behind your head, Six, and pulls your hood up from the rods.
Nice, I had a hood the whole time. Who knew? Oh, God.
Who?
I don't remember what I'm wearing. Thanks, Tanner.
You're wearing so many things still up here.
Yeah, I have all my clothes back, so...
Yeah, no, the robes of Frodrick that you got from good old Father Dell does have a hood on it.
Good. Boom. Hood's up. I'm
love
covering my
Father Dell.
face as much as possible just so I can see. There we go.
Okay. All right. So
I think the decision was to go down main roads. Yes?
Yeah, I say
I
we
think
just
we're
try
gonna
to blend in.
cautiously- Yeah.
We try to blend in, act natural. Like if you're seen slinking around back alleys and stuff, now you look sketchy. But if you're just like, walking down a road, maybe you're a little drunk, acting something. Who knows?
Archie, the streets are the same. It's the buildings that are different. So if you wanted to take the lead on this, you do think you'd be capable enough to kind of find your way from here because you are once again still very close to the warehouse that you know and the bar that you knew. So were you wanting to do that, you could, or Patrick has offered to do it. However, Patrick is not from here. He's a pirate. Just kind of is traveling and swindling a little bit in town, but he could probably lead directly on the main road if that's what you're looking for.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm fine with leading. Oh, by the way, Tanner, I forgot to mention. I forgot I had the background feature, criminal contact. But yeah.
All right, cool. Well, then maybe remember that. Maybe that'll help with the hot water haulers.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
All right. Cool. Yeah, I'll lead.
All right, so you begin going on the main road that leads out of town. Not much in the way of signs here, especially not for some of these side streets and alleyways. But you maneuver on fairly familiar streets. As you're walking through the town, you do see a few people moving in and out of candlelight. A couple that seems very drunk moving throughout the street, and a few cloaked and shadowy figures that are just peering out from alleyways, just looking at you as you pass with very suspicious eyes. What you notice eventually is, before they even round the corner, you can hear the clanking of metal boots. So you would assume that these are armored soldiers who are about to cut around the next side street.
Okay. I'll just kind of turn back to everyone and be like, all right, time to cut. Follow me.
All right.
Dope.
Nothing super, I guess noticeable. Just change directions.
You guys basically dip down an alleyway. Right as the last person passes into this side street, you can look back and see the guards as they round the corner, and they're talking to each other as they move about their night. You cut onto this side street and start making your way down these darker segments of the city. There's some steam coming up from some manholes, and really no one back on this side. In order to kind of reroute yourself back around properly, Archie, go ahead and would you like to roll for your knowledge of what the city map and streets are? The history?
Yeah, that makes the most sense. I was going to say maybe survival, but either way. I mean,
All right. This will be
Not
pretty
gonna
low for you since you know the city.
No. Okay, so 9. I got a 9.
All right. Yeah, as you're moving back through here, there's a couple of obstacles that have crashed down on some of the streets that you're more familiar with, so cutting into an alleyway that you don't exactly know, but eventually rerouting yourself and hooking back. You can see the lamplight that pours into this street side from the main road. And you make your approach to that main street. As you peer out, you don't notice anyone in particular coming around. So all of you make your way back along the road. After about a half hour of travel, you can see in the distance the guard section, the tower where people come in and out, where they check anyone that's bringing goods into the town and making sure that everything is on the up and up. It looks like from here there are currently 2 guards outside manning the street. Both of them have long pikes and are wearing basic breastplates and some chainmail. There's not anyone coming in and out of the city right now, so all eyes would be on you were you to leave through this gate. Again, there are other ways to get out of the city. The walls here are in more or less segments of the houses that are connect to each other, all the stone that moves from place to place, because these places don't have backyards or anything like that, or side yards. It's just house connected to house on these front streets. So unless you wanted to move to a side street and find a gap, this would be your exit.
Okay, then I'm gonna just turn back to the group and be like, all right, we got two of the guards at the gate. We can either blow by him or we can try to find a different way.
What if we beat him up?
Or distract them.
I think we could take on 2 guards.
We gotta make sure they can't call out for help.
I can handle that.
Yeah, it'd have to be fast. Very fast. What do you think, Patrick?
I would much prefer to go through a gap in the wall if they're going to recognize you, especially since they're guards. But if you're going to do that, I'm going to duck over on the side because I'm not really one for fighting. And I'll just watch until it's clear and bolt out with you guys if you don't mind.
Harin, what about you? How do you feel?
I would prefer not to kill guards on duty.
That's fair.
Yeah.
They may have a good point. If there's already 2 guards there, and they notice us wanted folks trying to leave the city, I'm sure more guards won't be far behind.
That's why I said we'd have to be fast. So, sounds like everybody would prefer to go find a gap somewhere we can get through. So let's go look for that.
Okay, cool.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. All right. Archie, the one thing that you've noticed about the city, especially in this area, is that there's a few makeshift houses that have popped up in between the old gaps that you've known. So the walls and the places that you might know to get out of, you might have to check a few different places in order to find a good place out. However, there was one place that your old gang used to use quite frequently. It was near some houses of people that you had paid off. You paid them not to say anything. In between these 2 stone houses, these 2 families that you've kept protected, or at least you did, in return for their silence. And you also remember that in there, beneath one of the stone outcroppings, was a stash that you used to keep for travels in and out if you had to find any papers or get any official documents that your group would just need to grab very quickly.
Okay, yeah. I will have my flashback of the time in which I utilized all of this, and then I will say, all right, follow me. Go running off in that direction.
All
Not
right.
running, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. So you start moving throughout these back streets, and again, a lot of things have changed, but a lot of things have stayed the same. Most of the buildings, the roofs here have become dilapidated. The city's in bad shape, and the people are no longer really cared for. Without someone to speak up for the people in times that are needed, there's nothing being done here on their behalf. But eventually you move through these places, and you come to the old exit that you remember. On the left side, the house of one of the families that you paid off at one time. The lights are on in there. And it is under the window on the alley side of this house where you could remove a brick and grab the potential stash, unless someone has found it since, 5-6 years ago since you've used it. But they say it seems like they might be awake in that house.
I mean, I'm just going to be like, all right, wait here. And I'm going to go try to get my stash.
Okay. All right. You fumble around with the bricks for a bit. It's relatively well hidden, but eventually find one that's loose and you pull it out.
I was trying to do this stealthily, by the way.
Okay. Roll stealth then.
A non-natural 20.
Oh, very good. Okay. You hear some movement inside the house, but it doesn't seem like anyone stirring or coming towards the window as you pull this brick and slide it out, and it scrapes against the wall a little bit. You do find cobwebs inside, but in the back you see a simple piece of parchment, and you pull it out, and inside, as you unfurl it, you can see that it is a basic passport documentation, a way to try and fool officials as you move from city to city. And it was written, the signature at the bottom, you immediately recognize the handwriting. It is your brother's handwriting and one of the aliases that he used as he tried to run some of the business side of things.
Okay, yeah, I'll collect that then.
All right.
And I guess, do we see the gap?
Yes.
Do I see the gap?
Yeah, the gap is there. It looks like there's been a wooden fence, a very shoddily made wooden fence has been put up here. That's about 8 feet tall.
Okay, then I just want to scope that out real quick and see if there's anybody hanging around it on the other side.
Okay. Yeah, you move up to it. You see a hole where a knot would be. You peer through it, and you don't see anyone on the other side.
Okay, then I will just actually no. I'm gonna escort one person at a time over there and assist them in getting over it.
Okay. All right.
Kind of explaining to them the situation with the house being lit up and not knowing if they are trustworthy or not. So to get them to understand, they probably need to be quiet doing this.
Okay. If everyone has decided to be quiet, go ahead and give me a stealth roll as Archie ushers you over this 9 foot tall, 9 woogalo tall.
Can we do it at advantage because it's easier for Archie to lift us because he's got 6 arms?
Yes. Yes.
You.
I rolled a 17.
Well, so this will be for stealth, and because of Archie's knowledge and him being able to stealth over here. Yes, I'll give you all advantage as he helps you over.
Thank God.
All right, what's the order that everyone's going over in?
So 6 is going last.
Okay.
All right. But I have natural disadvantage on stealth.
Yep. So it's just one roll for you.
Yep. I rolled twice because I thought I had advantage. My second roll was a nat 20.
Oh, no. So what was your first roll?
My first roll was a 12, so it's not that bad. 12 plus 0. But
okay.
I was so disappointed because I thought I had a nat 20.
Okay.
Well, I was bummed out until he said we got advantage because my first roll was a 3. So I was like, oh, thank God. I rolled again. Second roll, a 3.
Oh, it was meant to be.
Well, it's plus 3, so 6.
All right.
Still horrible.
I'm going to roll for Haran, Chandri, and good old Patrick Seaworth.
With Archie saying the stuff about the house, 6 is going to he says, I'll go last. And he's going to kind of like post up closer to the house to kind of watch and see what's going on. See if he can notice anything going on in the house or see if people are actively watching or something like that.
Okay, cool. So then are we saying Osiris, Margbark, the NPCs, and then 6?
Then 6 and Archie, yep.
Okay. All right. Osiris, what'd you get?
I got a 17.
Oh, very good. All right. So it's actually going to be Osiris, Chandri, and then the others, because of course he'd want to go as soon as possible.
Of course. He was probably wanting to go first. In fact, let that fucker go first.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you guys lift Chandri up. He's fairly lightweight, and he makes it over the top of the fence, and on the other side, the fence creaks as he does it. So everyone kind of looks around for a moment, but it seems that he is in the clear. You then lift Osiris up, which again, pretty easy feat, and then push her over. Osiris, you jump down the other side because it's 9 feet. You don't take falling damage. Hooray!
Yay!
Get that good game design. And then it comes to Margbark.
Careful, gentlemen. I'm very muscly and thus very heavy, so please don't hurt yourself.
Can I say that we help him up and he gets to the top and is fine, But then when he loses his balance on the top of the fence and falls over to the top, he's oof on the other side falls to the ground.
I'm not going to punish him like that. No, I'm not going to do that.
Oh, cool. He doesn't hurt himself. He doesn't have to hurt himself. It's a fall.
Yeah.
It's a fall of less than 10 feet. He doesn't. It's not a hurt. He just kind of falls and.
Yeah, let's think of a fall that hurts pride, not soul, not like body.
Right. Okay. That's all really good.
He steps on a cat.
I'm not going to make him step on a cat. Fuck that noise.
Me?
Okay. You get to the top, and as you fling yourself over, your cape clips on a nail. And as you try and pull it and get it off, one of the boards just groans and snaps, the one that you're pushing your foot against. And so it's just like this. And
Oh shit.
you do fall off the back and land on your back. There's a small tear in your cloak.
Oh no.
6. You do hear someone stir inside.
Okay.
Oh, for the love of everything holy.
The window above you, right above where Archie pulled out the parchment. What? Oh, you
Gross.
fucking...
Just keep going.
The window above you begins to slide open, and you can see these old knobby fingers rest on the ledge on the outside. And
it's stable ground.
I pop up and I go, hello.
Oh my god.
And, this old man, you pop up and it's just this old old guy with these giant ears and a bald head. And he kind of stumbles backwards when you startle him, and you hear from the inside, "Oh,
I'm terribly sorry. Can I come in and help you?
oh, thieves in the night, and they broke my back."
I cast silence on the
Okay.
silence on him right now.
Boom. Which doesn't make that sound because it's fucking silence, but the bubble of silence expands outward, and there's no sound coming from inside.
We gotta go now. Hurry, get over the fence. I yell to the other people.
What's the radius on silence?
20 feet, but I would have cast it in such a way that it wouldn't have affected me.
Do I recognize the old man?
I don't know as you got a glimpse of him when since you were helping everyone over and prepared to do that. So no.
I figured I'd have heard 6 go, hello.
Oh yeah. So okay. All right. So if you had looked up, no, you do not recognize the old man that popped his face out of the window.
Okay.
All right. So silence has been cast. Everyone starts to scramble. The stealth rolls don't really matter anymore because... Oh, no. 6 did not cast it on you guys. All right. So...
Yeah.
Shit. All right.
I'm just trying to keep the old man quiet. That's what it is.
Haran and Patrick make their way over the fence without problem. Then the only ones we have...
I thought I was assisting people getting over the fence.
Yeah, you are. You are.
Okay.
So you gave everyone advantage on their stealth roll.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, so you help the other, Haran and Patrick, over the fence, and they make their way over, no problem. And then we come to 6. And 6 rolled a what?
12.
Okay. 6, you jump up over this, and as Archie helps you up, the fence groans under your weight.
Yep.
And
Makes sense.
what you hear from the house is someone stirring upstairs, and they start walking down the stairs, and then those footsteps go silent because they've reached your silence bubble.
Yeah. Thank God.
And you make your way over and land on the other side.
Can I say that I stick up top and reach my hand out for Archie? Try
Sure
to help
thing.
him up?
Yep.
Okay.
So Archie, 6 grabs you by the wrist, pulls you up and over, and you are all now on the other side of the fence.
I release silence at this point.
Is there any light on this side of the wall?
Just some cascading down from some of the houses on this side, but other than that, no torchlight or anything that's lighting up any.
Okay, I calmly and quietly say to everyone, we need to get the hell away from the wall.
A masked man broke my back! Claude! And you hear this guy from the inside. Dad! My God, what happened? Thieves in the night! And you guys are booking it across the field.
Bye.
Hauling ass.
Yes. All
I'm
right.
hauling ass.
When you guys get few 100 yards away, you hear a horn, someone bugling an alarm, and but you are off in the dark, and Patrick is now leading the way through the fields here. It's a lot of open plain, so if anyone were to see you or catch up, and if you didn't have a head start, archers would very easily be able to hit you.
Can we whistle for a horse like in Colossus?
Oh yeah. Go ahead. What does that whistle sound like? Nothing happens. Good job.
Oh damn!
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna miss 7. We gotta find our horses at some point.
They get ate by a dragon.
David Hasselhoof is gone.
Durgan, sorry.
Durgan.
Durgan. All right.
They hassled the hoof?
They hassled the hoof, baby.
What was Bruce's horse's name? Nightmare or something like that? It was something metal as fuck. Oh, okay, Emily. Look, I'm gonna give you a chance to redeem yourself from last week. Why don't you go ahead? Give us your little intro there.
Hello, dear listeners, and thank you so much for listening to our newest episode on our podcast, Netherrealm, the Neverthere.
Woo!
We
You
are
know what?
so-
That's enough. No, that's good enough. Stop. That's good enough. Stop, please.
We
Thank
are
you.
so
All right.
glad that you have listened to this and hope that you are enjoying the wonderful content that we...
Yeah, you should have stopped when I said stop. You should have. Okay, listen.
Okay,
Emily,
thanks,
you did,
bye.
You did a great job. You did a good. You finally. You definitely redeemed yourself for last week. But we're gonna keep this nice and precise, really tight and clean. Why don't you tell them where they can find us on social media? Go now.
So
Don't
we got
think about it. Just go.
X, Lemmy, Twitter. Nope, that's X.
SSX. Yes, same thing. You're almost
YouTube,
there. You got a few more.
Instagram,
Yep. One more.
TikTok.
Yeah, good job.
I'm on that thing like all the time. I can't believe I didn't think about that first.
We're at Netherrealm on all of those except for which one?
Instagram.
Which we are at Netherrealm Podcast. So make sure
Do I
you're
need to
checking
spell
us
that
out
out?
on all of those. No, please don't spell it. No more spelling
That's
from you.
N-O-T-H-E-R-R-E-A.
No, please. No, we're done. Time out. Stop. Listen. Hey, we're keeping this nice and concise. Okay, one more thing,
Totally
Emily.
professional.
You're doing this today. You're doing it right. When's our next episode release?
It is Monday, October the 23rd. Woo woo.
As a midpoint professional, I'm going to give you a grade of a B+ today. You did it. You tried to spell. I think that's what hurt your grade the most. Honestly, if you wouldn't have tried to spell.
Will, I'm going to give you an A- because you keep making eye contact with the camera like the podcast can see this.
Yeah, I get. We should record video for these midpoints. What
Oh
do you
God,
think?
no.
Please, yeah, absolutely not. Okay, guys, thank you so much for listening to this podcast. As Emily said at the beginning of it, please enjoy the rest of the episode and make sure to follow us on everything so that you can keep up with our content. Thank you so much.
Y'all go message us somewhere on one of our social medias and tell me
You
how I
had
did.
2 us in 3 words.
Y'all go
We're
tell-
done. We're
Y'all
done.
Go
Bye.
review me. Bye.
You all managed to have made it out of town with, honestly, an impressive amount of stealth for who you are.
Rude.
Yeah.
Yes. Patrick is leading
I
the
have
way.
a 5 and stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You do well, but everyone else? He's leading the way southeast. At this point in the night, the moon is full above you, and as you look up to it, you can see that the tree of Allura on the moon is in full bloom. It's beautiful. The pinkness. The little spot of pink on the moon.
I forgot about the tree on the moon. That's something impressive that we should be talking about every episode.
It was supposed to be a binary planet system, too, and I never mentioned another massive planet in the sky.
You should probably do that now.
There's a massive planet in the sky.
No, I was going to say, have we ever had an opportunity? But we had that trek across the plain before.
Yeah, so it would've
where
been-
we literally campfired and talked about shit. But yeah, what like we're fighting
Here's
the
the thing.
satyrs or fucking with the satyrs and not
It's
talking about
so
the big-
normal that no one talks about it.
Yeah, there you go.
That's all it is. Everything in the sky is so normal that no one is like, oh, yeah. All right, so you guys make your way southeast. What kind of pace are you keeping up? Are you trying to stay at a quickened pace, or have you slowed down?
I would.
We
Okay.
need to get as far away as quickly as possible for at least the first stretch, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would have put Osiris on my shoulders because she's got little short stubby legs.
Yeah, the little things can't keep up.
My assumption was that, we don't have anywhere to hide, so we just need to get
Yeah.
the fuck away from this damn city as quick as possible.
Okay.
Agreed. Find a tree line or something.
All right, Patrick will yell back. He's basically taking the lead on going right now. And he'll say, if we keep up this particular pace, we'll probably make it by morning, but we're going to have to crash. So if you guys are ready, I'm as prepared as possible to keep running. A few things to note along the way. These guys definitely don't take kindly to anyone that they run into that doesn't have any sort of proper introduction, and I'm not the most proper of introductions. I have, shipped some of their product, on actual real trading missions. I guess still illegal, but that's a whole other thing. And so we're all clear. The product that they run, 100% illegal. All right. So don't make light of that fact, and just make sure you're prepared to talk to them like people who know how these sorts of things operate. If you say anything that makes you seem like you're a naive piece of shit, then all of our lives are probably on the line. Okay, thanks.
Oh,
You really don't know who the fuck I am, do you?
No, not a clue.
Okay, good.
This is the best we could find.
so maybe I should shut up.
You should definitely shut up. Something tells me Archie and I may make a pretty good first impression on these guys.
No. I got this.
Oh, yes, I agree. Osiris on my shoulders. She should do the talking.
I trip 6.
Oh no.
I'm kidding.
Six's auto balance kicks in and just keeps on running.
Oh my.
Roll for auto
Yeah,
balance.
his Segway wheels pop out.
I hope this is where he gets a natural 20.
He gets
That's a
Heelys.
3.
Ooh, your balance is not automatic. It's fully manual.
Okay.
It's
darn.
stick shift balance.
Well, I stick shift the way out of this tripping that happens. Okay, keep going.
Okay, great. All right, so that being said, as you're moving on, Patrick does ask if you know anything about hot water or witch whiskey. So now would be the time to ask any of that stuff if you, wanted to be prepared.
Hey, Tanner, do I know what this stuff is?
All right, Archie.
I think we rolled for that last time, and he didn't know exactly what it was. He just knew it was witch
Yeah,
whiskey.
I gave you that it was called witch whiskey. So, I mean, this would be stuff that you'd have to ask.
So, what is this witch whiskey?
Yes, Patrick will answer. Yeah. So, in particular, witch whiskey is like this magical stuff. You can really blow up if you try and drink it, or if you throw it, and you don't know how to do anything with that sort of amount of power. It didn't used to be outlawed. This is stuff that they imported from Exarch, and now they got their hands on it because the queen was like, "Hey, this is fucking up my people." And the Casterhaven can't even figure it out, so no one can have it anymore. And still, these guys kind of take it around and make sure it gets to those people who do experiments and want to make things go boom.
I pull out the bottle of Springfire I have, and I go, does it look like this?
Oh, that almost. That shit looks volatile.
I wonder how much you have to drink to get that kind of power. Is it a sip?
No one really know. Like, maybe. It could be a little bit. It could be a lot. But as far as the actual, what that is, what's wrong with it? I don't know. Have you tried drinking any of it? If you probably shouldn't, unless you have. In which
Tastes
case,
like angry ocean.
angry. Once again, sounds volatile.
I think so.
Have you ever heard of Chablis?
It's a wine. Not the same thing.
Just asking about Chablis. All right.
Oh shit. From behind, an exhausted Chandri, who's been muttering this whole time about how much this sucks, goes, "Yes, I could do with some Chablis. That would be so nice right now. I can imagine my very cool and misty bottle of Feralmacans waiting for me back in my cellar. Once I take Perotia, I'm going to have it sent to me. It's going to be the best."
Yes, I can't wait to partake in it with you.
Yes, get me Perotia, and I will give you Feralmacans.
Yeah, it doesn't really seem like an even trade. I'm not acting tired because my run speed is higher than everyone does.
Okay.
Chandri, is that the only bottle you have? I thought you, ran this stuff.
Yes, that bottle is the only one that I have, and the only one that I will ever obtain in my lifetime. The other ones that are currently known only exist in the Queen's private cellars.
We should figure out how to make it.
Yeah, you're not making that ever again. Those grapevines are gonzo.
There's grapes in the Queen's cellars, eh?
No, there's wine.
Fraser.
Fraser's just visually stressed out over this bottle of Chablis.
That goddamn Chablis.
All right, so after this information, you guys continue running on into the morning. By morning, you all eventually reach the Canast River. Now, at this point, you're clear enough from where most of the kingdom's guards would be posted up near Lake Hopesworn. So here, not really watched over. There's a few things that you know about this river and about this side of it, Archie. And I would also give that you probably know a little bit about it as well, Margbark. And it is the tales of some of the things between here and the coastline. There is a castle, one of the few castles located on this part of the continent, which is called Castle Slowfog, out in the Erlmire. And you know that this place it wasn't originally called Castle Slowfog. What a terrible name for a place. But its current state typically sat within this deep, thick fog right in the middle of the Erlmire. So stories you've heard make you think that you'd want to avoid that. So for now, you can either try and make your way down the Canast and avoid the Erlmire, or you can take your chances elsewhere.
Would you say this is a clean river?
Canast? Yeah, the Canast is a clean river.
So it's not Canasty?
You get attacked by a giant squirrel.
Ouch.
Yep. It's big. It bites your nuts.
It bites your knuts.
My Canasty Canuts.
All right.
Oh.
You all make your way down the Canast for most of the day. At the pace that you're keeping, you are quickly approaching exhaustion, running from early hours in the morning till about midday, when eventually Patrick slows you all down and points off in the distance. And he says, just beyond that hill over there, right above the horizon, is the camp for the Hot Waters Haulers. I am very tired, sorry. And they are, they're just overhead. I'm just warning you that we're here. All right. Is there anything that you want to do or take care of, or are we just walking over and I'm going to be like, hey, these are the guys?
What if we just take a breather? Seems like we're all kind of tired except for me.
You can get exhausted, sir.
I don't need sleep, and I never get tired.
You get exhaustion.
I've never been exhausted in my
Shut
life.
up.
It's crazy.
Shut up.
What if we take a breather? Yes?
Yep.
How about you guys let me go talk to him? How about that? That'd probably be best for all of us involved.
Well, we need an introduction, and we have Patrick. I say that we at least let him do the introduction.
I'm like I said, let me handle that.
I might accidentally threaten them in a way I don't mean to.
I am not going to speak. I think that sometimes I come across incorrectly, especially in situations like this. I don't know much about pirating.
I mean, it's not really pirating.
Seems kind of piratey.
They are on a ship taking bad stuff. Is it bad? It's bad.
Well, they're just taking stuff. They're not also, running up on ships and looting and pillaging. Isn't that right, Mark?
Yeah, for the most part.
I like experiments. I would totally try out this witch brew. Witch.
Here, taste this. And I pull out Archie's. No, I'm just kidding.
What?
I was
Well,
going to say
Archie's
spring
what?
fire.
The spring fire, yes.
Oh,
What are
okay,
y'all
that's
thinking?
what you're whipping
Where'd
out.
your mind
Okay.
go?
Gotcha.
It's just that
He's touching my dick.
Touching my dick.
Okay, Patrick, you give the introductions, and I trust Archie with my life, so.
I'm very trustworthy, thank you.
And Mark Bark and Osiris. I trust them all.
Chandri's in the back. I don't trust any of these people. Haran elbows him.
We don't trust you either, Chandri.
We don't even like you.
It was a joke. You don't have to like your employer.
Wait, why would you employ us if you don't trust us? It doesn't make any fucking sense. No wonder you're in the situation you're in.
Do you not, as a rapscallion, do you not employ people or work with people that you don't trust?
No.
Well, then maybe that was why you went to jail.
Oh,
No, actually.
Well, that's you, sir. That's a lot of words you said. Not very good ones.
Haran pipes up. He's speaking from a place of privilege. Please ignore him for now. He's tired and needs a snack.
hangry. That's what I call that.
Pull out a
Snickers bar?
laughter bar.
You're not yourself when you're hungry.
You know what, Chandra? You're not yourself when you haven't had a laughter bar.
He eats it and he turns into this buff, beautiful lad. He's Fabio. He's actually just Fabio. It's great.
Wow.
Flowing hair.
And he talks like, hello everyone. I am here to enjoy the place that we are going to together.
All right, anyway, jeez, Lord, that was the stupidest bit we've done.
Yep. All right.
They've all been winners
Okay, so
tonight.
the plan is that you guys are going to go up, the whole group. Patrick's going to give the introduction. Archie is going to start the conversation, but also fuck the plan. So Patrick leads you up. You guys crest over this hill, and you see this small camp. There's enough here that can be quickly hidden alongside the river. And at this point of the canast, you can see where it branches off and goes directly down the Sanguine. The boat that's in the water here is pretty unassuming. It has the paddles out back, the paddle wheel. And it's just this kind of wooden flat deck out front with a cabin connected to the back. And probably a lot of hidden space beneath. You can see that out here there's 3 people working, packing up the boat, doing a couple of things. A couple of them seem to be laughing. And as you get closer, Patrick starts waving one of them down, and this scrawny young human begins walking up to you. He has his hands stuck down in his pockets, and he walks with kind of this hunched over gait for being so tall and gangly. And Patrick says, "Hey, just wait here for one moment. I'll go talk to him for a sec, and then I'll wave you over. Sound good?"
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So he'll walk up to the other guy, and they'll talk for a moment, and Patrick will wave you all over. Patrick will look at the other gentleman. He says, All right, so I've made some introductions. This is Culpin. He's kind of co-head of the operation. He runs it with Mariah down there, and he points to a woman who is currently kind of side-eyeing you guys as she's loading things onto the boat. Culpin nods to you as Patrick continues the introduction and points each of you out. And Culpin just kind of looks you all over and says, hello, nice to meet all of you.
Hiya.
Hi. You're looking for some transport down the Sanguine River? Is what you're looking?
That's correct. Looking to make it as far as closest to Perotia as we can.
All right. We can facilitate that particular trip, if that's what you're looking to do. You know we're hauling here, right?
Yeah, which whiskey?
Very good. And you know that it's going to cost, yeah?
All good services cost.
Good. A man that knows business. I like to see that. Now, and as far as what you'd be willing to pay for A, travel, and B, discretion, what might that be?
Well, what's the last person who came through and had you take them up the river to run you?
I can't say as anyone asked since we've taken over the operation.
Interesting. I wouldn't make much sense wanting to ride along with whiskey anyway, I suppose. Let's see, Perotia's what, about a week by boat? Is that right, Aaron?
It's about makings of it. Now, he wouldn't say makings of it. Yes.
Thank you. All right, so...
One thing to note
go ahead.
is that we don't go to Perotia. Barely go beyond the lines of, the combat lines. So if you want to go that route, and that's going to be extra.
Oh, so you're willing to go further than your last drop?
For sure. We don't have another shipment coming in from Exarch anytime soon, so...
20 eider per person.
Oh, you serious?
Quite.
20.
20?
50.
50? That sounded a little better. She's the
Oh,
negotiator.
Cyrus, we need to have a bargaining lesson very soon. Very soon.
All right, so
All right, well, let's see here. What are the odds of running into trouble? Let's take that into account.
100%.
All right, 100%. So, here's where we can bargain then. Everybody you see currently is a good hand to have in a tussle. So we can assist with any trouble that may come around. And I'm willing, and I think, well, everybody else will have to agree or not, I'm willing to assist with any of the work on the boat itself. We also don't need food. We don't need water. We got supplies. So how about we say... I'm trying to do math in my head, sorry.
Chandri, this is your idea. How much are you willing to pay?
He whispers something up to Haran, and Haran says he'd like to remain out of it. Chandri whispers something else to Haran, and Haran says he's willing to make certain amounts of payment, but his wallet is not heavy right now.
Well, we'll collect our payment from Chandri later.
How about let's hear a counter offer from Mr. What was it, Culprit?
Oh, Rich. Oh, that's funny. I like that. Culpin. Oh no, you know that. A counter offer of 50. Let's say 70 for a person. Would be fair if you're going to do some work.
How much gold do we have, Bruce, since you have...
We have a good bit. Yeah, I
Yeah.
was,
Yeah.
yeah.
I thought we did.
All right, I'll make you a deal. Well, here's what we'll do. 60 per person. If we run into trouble, and we have to join you in fighting off said trouble, that day's deducted. Because we're putting our lives on the line to also help you get your shipment through trouble.
Discounted. Not deducted. 50%. I think that's a decent sum for a day.
So basically 10 eider per day per person, and then 5 eider if we run into trouble. Is that what we're saying?
70
No, not
oh,
a week.
10 IDER per day.
A
So
week.
if you're taking 7 days, you're saying 10, 60.
So if
60
we run
days.
into trouble on that day, what Bruce just said, he's saying we can take 50% off, so it would cost us 5 less IDER for that day.
Sure, we can go with that. That makes sense.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, Will.
Yeah,
Matt.
that kind of makes sense. 10 IDER per day, basically, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Per person.
we'll say that's
Okay.
that's the amount.
Well, so here's the problem, though. Here's the only problem. 100% running into trouble.
Yeah.
So what if your trouble would prevent you and your group here from getting your product where it needs to go? Then you would make no profit, which is why I think that if we assist in that, that day specifically should be deducted.
Oh, you're looking at a particular trouble that we have much success in. So, if we're going down the river and we run into either Atoria or Exarch, we've got people on the pay. I'm saying there's a 100% chance of us having to make that payment. And if you're on board, that's an added amount of stresses for us. Now, there are other dangers, certainly. And if we run into those, and you do help us out with that, to make this go quicker, go ahead and roll persuasion for me.
19.
Those days, if you defend our product, yes, free. 100% deduction for that day. Agreed?
All right, I think that's a good one. What do you think, Marg?
Sounds pretty good to me.
Everybody else in agreement then?
And we'll keep our trap shut.
I'm not supposed to talk.
All right, so then, contract agreement as stands is 60 IDER per person and 100% off if we defend your product, right?
200 IDA down, and you have yourself a deal.
I have no concept of money. I've been
All
living
right.
in the woods for 5 years.
Me neither.
Yeah, I hand the guy 200 IDER down.
Okay.
That makes sense.
He doesn't count it.
That's actually a little less. That's actually a little less than half, so.
Yeah. I was thinking that because if you do have any discounted, then, you know. All right. Yep. He'll pocket that and he'll lead you down. He'll say, all right, now, as far as things go on the boat, Mariah is pretty much in charge. She's got a bit of a temper, but she's wonderful when it comes to spells. She will burn you to a crisp. The other fella, name's Lutz, he don't talk. So, no point in trying there.
Where's my room?
That's precious. So, you'll work on the deck. You'll sleep below deck in shifts. And if you're told to hide, we'll put you in a cubby.
He's going to need a pretty big cubby. I point at 6.
If he scrunches down, he won't be any problem fitting a barrel slot.
I scrunched down.
See? Perfect. All right, so he leads you down through these barrels, and as you look in some of them that they're closing off and hammering down as they pack them up on the ship, the witch whiskey does look very similar to the spring fire that you have, except for your spring fire is roiling, whereas these are pretty still. Culpin will look back at you all and say, you know anything about the whiskey?
I think I heard one time it makes quite a large boom, but that's about it.
Oh, yeah. It'll be, don't drink it. Don't drop it. Don't fuck with it.
How does it taste, though?
You want to try it?
No, I just want to hear a first-hand account.
No idea.
I'm confused. Is this supposed to be for consumption?
Well, if you're very powerful mage, sure, you could give it a try. No takers?
I'd like to give it a try.
I like it. I like experiments.
I'm like, ugh.
So we've got 2 takers to try which whiskey.
You've got a maybe.
Something tells me six could get away with it.
I don't think we should, to be honest. It's probably not a good idea.
It's probably for the best. I've heard some stories, and they all seem to be true. There was a particular story that I heard at the Honorable Kettle Club that someone's mother, when they tried to drink it, turned into a demi-goblin. Must have been a sight.
Why would somebody's mother drink it?
It was not illegal always. Sometimes it was just, out there.
What's it made of?
Well, it's made of something from Exarch. It's spring fire. They've got a we've got a few rivers that run down into a marsh down there, and called Springfire Basin, so I imagine they pull it up somewhere from there. A lot of gold down there, too, which I think is one of the primary reasons that Etoria wants to take the place over. That is one thing to note as well while we're on the topic. Traveling on the Sanguine, that is basically the line that the current treaty is holding on the ceasefire. So north of there is Etoria, and south of there is Exarch, and we just want to make sure we don't cross any lines there, so you have no allegiances as you're traveling on the river. Deal?
I don't have any allegiances when I'm traveling off the river, to be fair.
Excellent. All right, he'll lead you up, and you can now see the big guy. It's a Goliath who's stacking up crates. Beads of sweat running down his face. He's wearing a pair of brown overalls as he leads stuff up. I mean, he's got these tribal tattoos that trace down his neck and across his shoulders. And Mariah is there, her arms crossed, with one foot on the edge of the boat. And she'll look down at each of you, and she'll shout out to Culpin. So what exactly have we here? We've got some passengers on our lovely little cruise ship?
Hiya.
Just a quick vacation, that's all.
Culpin looks back at each of you, smiling. He says, "This is Mariah. Like I said, she runs a tight ship. Usually it's not so literal, but this time it is." She'll look out at each of you and says, "So which one of you is the leader that I shall be dealing with throughout this trip?"
I guess we'll say it's me. For now, at least.
"And who are you?"
Whatever, everybody knows of me anyway. My name's Archie Cromwell.
You see a smile crack her face the first time since you've met her. Well, you haven't met her that long. You see a smile crack her face. And she nods, obviously knowing who you are. Yeah, I've heard that name. You are a liability. But also, if we run into any trouble, I don't imagine that you'll bulk away from a challenge. So, nice to have you along. You're going to keep your friends in check this trip?
Yeah, absolutely. You don't have any problems out of them.
All right, and Culpin, we're making good money off him? Culpin nods to this. Okay, well, load up. We've got basically everything packed up, and she'll look down at Culpin. Tell me what we're doing, and then we'll head off. So Culpin will go up and convene with her. You all get loaded up on this boat. The Goliath kind of starts to show you around, just sort of points at things, basically seats the door over on the side. He'll show you down into the cabin, which he really has to get down to.
I just imagine this big silent dude is just pointing at shit, just chair.
Yep.
This is the roof. This is where you sleep. Bed.
Can I, like... I was just going to stay on deck, but, I mean, I can follow him if I have to. I was going to say, can I see them? Can I see Culpin and... What's her name, Mariah?
Yeah, Mariah. They're on the bow of the boat.
Yeah, I want to make sure that the conversation between the two of them is the up and up. And since I can read lips, as long as I can see them, as long as they're speaking a language I understand.
Yeah, what you get from them talking is he's basically conveying the information that you've given to him. And she mentions a few things about liabilities, and he responds to her, if that happens, we'll just throw him off and leave him to the guards. If it comes to us and running, we'll take care of what we need to. It's basic stuff that you would probably also say were you in charge of this venture.
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, I just want to make sure we're on the up and up here. So.
Yeah, there's nothing about them planning to hand you in to anybody or anything like that. They just talk about dumping your asses in the water if you do anything fucked up.
If it's us or them, I'm going to steal their boats, so that's cool.
All right. So after you guys have been shown around the boat, you've seen some of the secret areas that you could tuck into if need be. It would be cramped, but you could make it work. And then they start to get a few things prepared. Patrick will... he's still standing on the shore as you guys are kind of loading and getting settled in, and he'll shout out, "All right, well, good working with all of you. Chandri's paid me. Thank you, Chandri. And I will never see you again. Have a wonderful life. Happy pirating."
Bye, friend.
Hey, you.
Yeah.
Don't go around telling anybody you brought us out here, all right?
Telling anybody what now?
Precisely. All right, good.
Bye. He'll start making his way back, mumbling something under his breath, but because his back is turned, you can't read his lips.
But does my passive perception allow me to hear it?
Yeah, he says, motherfuckers.
I heard that.
Oh, cool. And he fucks off.
How far is he from me?
Far enough.
Rage and swing.
I throw a javelin.
All right, so the boat is all packed up. Mariah heads to the back of the boat, and you all can see her conjuring a spell and ignites something back there. It seems like a portion of the ship is steam-powered, and it starts chugging and starting up and making its way down the river. It's not so early in the morning, but it does seem to be clear skies out here, very few clouds, and the sun is shining brightly at this point. Now, this is called the River Sanguine, but it is normal river color. It is not the color of blood. It would be cool, but it ain't. And again, you do know this is the line between Atoria and Exarch. However, you know if you travel straight south from this point here, you wouldn't hit the Exarchan Protectorate first. What you would hit is Orcish lands.
Anybody going to explain, speaking of, since we're passing Orc lands, Orc territory, who's that big dude that is running around with Osiris?
Yeah.
That's her fiance.
I don't think I ever got his name.
You did.
Did I?
Strong old calf
half-orc
guy.
strong guy.
Is that just it?
That's what it was.
Yeah, strong old.
Hold on, I'm sorry. Did you just say his name was Half-Orc Strong Guy?
Correct. Half-orc strong guy.
Oh.
All right, well, we're skipping over this subject. I don't care anymore.
It's less a name, more just kind of a description.
I actually care a lot. Like I said earlier, I would be happy to come to your wedding. Can I? I've always wanted to be somebody's best man.
You know, I don't know where that's gonna go, but I mean, maybe he could be useful.
Do you love him?
I don't think that I do, actually.
Oh,
He's a nice fellow.
love is a very strong feeling.
You know, the first time that I ripped off that douche politician, if I'd have known at that time this is where it would have led me, I think I'd have just went and worked in the fucking mines.
But you would be having way less fun, Archie. You gotta admit, this is a little fun.
I don't got to admit anything.
You would have never met me.
Yeah, well, you know, consolation prizes, but I'm just kidding.
I love you.
I know.
I hope Half is doing well.
Honestly, Osiris, I'm very sorry that we got you into this mess. But I'm glad you're here. If that's, like Archie said, a consolation prize.
This is quite a predicament.
I apologize for nothing. You all knew who I was.
I had no idea who you were, actually. Thank
Actually,
you.
Archie, I knew who
I
you were.
also had no idea who you were, to be fair.
Well, then you're not as educated as you should have been. So that's, once again, not my fault.
Osiris, I don't know anything about you.
I've been living in the woods for several years, and I just follow the stars.
Are you several years old?
I'm at least several. I'm 25 years old.
25? That's
Yeah.
more years than I remember.
How old are you, 6?
Well, at least 4.
You're young. You've said some bad words, sir.
I mean, yeah.
You're a child.
Well, I think I'm much older than I remember, but I just don't remember a lot.
I used to be a professor for a little school for some time,
Oh,
and then I decided I wanted to pursue the woods some more and get firsthand knowledge on new and exciting things that they don't really show.
Like dragons, right? That's what you.
Durgans.
Durgan.
Like Durgans.
Oh,
It's
God.
canon. It's super Durgany. What about before that, Osiris?
Unfortunately, before that, I don't really have too many memories of my childhood. Traumatic things, but I don't remember.
Oh, you too, huh? All right, good to know we're birds of a feather.
If it
Yeah.
makes you feel better, I don't remember anything past 4 years ago. Well, that's not true. Archie, I'm getting memories more and more.
Is that Jason guy still a douche?
I think so.
Seems
I
plausible.
remember way too much about my life.
You haven't had enough traumatic events happen to you.
I haven't had enough Chablis.
Don't worry, we're probably going to fix that in Perotia.
Well, that's wonderful, Osiris. I'm glad to get to know you a little bit better.
What do we know about her connection to Brother Gansel?
As far as Brother Gansel goes, I don't know too much about him, except for the fact that he led me here to you guys.
I
so.
thought you called him a mentor. That would assume you know a lot.
No, we spent a few hours together, but
Few hours.
met in passing. We just met in
A
passing.
few hours.
Hey, I
He's
just
a
met
Whoa!
you, and this is crazy.
Whoa! Whoa!
Well, apparently he's a fucking thief.
A thief?
Yeah, he's a thief. Argo Malcott told me. Apparently, I used to know Argo Malcott in another life.
I don't know who that is.
Hey, refresher real quick. Does Mark Bark know Argo Malcott? Did he ever meet? He never met Argo
don't think
Malcott,
so.
right?
I think we summaried for you, like...
Yeah, I'm trying to remember where the extent of my knowledge ends.
Yeah, we gave
okay,
you.
well,
You
here, we'll
have
fix
the
that.
background. Yeah.
I have that overview at least.
Yeah.
Well,
So, do we want to just fill her in? Like, do we just want to,
I think
toes in the
so.
water, just throw her in and make sure she's aware of what's going on?
Okay, so it all starts with Saint Sebastian and his love of
Remember, first two letters.
What is K-A
And
or A-K?
A-N.
A.N.
A-N. So, An is what he really means.
And then Big Smoke. Rah, 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 rah. Death was all
80s
like,
montage.
Death was all
Montage.
like, you do not know me yet, or some shit. I don't
Some shit.
met
And
Death?
Argo was like, fuck you, Death, fireball.
Well, his name is Taish. Argo Malcott literally fought him while we ran away. Ran into Navarre.
And this one made no, wait, I pulled it off. That's right, never mind.
Yeah, well, yeah, you pulled
Osiris's
off.
head just starts spinning.
Also, Navarre pulled off painting and big black hole. Archie and I jumped through it. We were holding hands. It was wonderful.
Osiris starts taking notes in her book.
I don't think we were holding it.
We weren't.
Osiris draws a picture of Archie and Six holding hands.
That's a wonderful picture. Osiris, you're
Thank you.
a very good artist.
I like drawing the things that I find and the information that I learn.
Alright, so then we saw Smoke Monster again in... Hey, Chandri, what was that place you lost again? You know, the place where you Deneth? I don't know why the hell you name your boy Deneth. You were asking for him to betray you, but that's besides the point.
You named your kid Deneth?
I.
Do you have a list?
It. What? No, it is. It's a.
It's such a stupid name,
It's a
It's a
isn't
very
it?
dumb
It's
name.
a family name. Why are
Your
you all
family's
giving me
dumb.
shit for a family name?
There's more than one Deneth?
Yes, he is.
Well, I didn't know it was a family name. You never told
He
me.
is Deneth the Sixth.
There's 5 more.
Deneth the Fifth?
He's
I
Deneth-
also
no,
have 5 more.
Dennis the Fifth.
Oh my
I think
God,
I have
you are
5 brothers at
terrible
least.
people.
No, we just fucking hate you.
I have been nothing but a kind and caring patron to all of you.
Chandra, you are insufferable, sir.
Alright, so anyway, back, yeah, alright, whatever. He tried to not pay us half of our pay, but he's
Yeah,
been nothing
something
but,
like that.
you know, whatever. Anyway.
Exactly.
Alright, so yeah, and Arceus, whatever. These stupid kids from the college thought that they were going to take over his place, so this fine gentleman here by the name of Chandri Aberlane decided that he was going to have us deal with that, and then we did that, and we killed a bunch of war drafting aged men.
Children. What he means to say is children.
They weren't fucking children.
Hari
Wow.
killed at least 2, so I don't feel so bad.
They fucking deserved it, all right? They knew what they were getting into when they got into it, and they were well over the age of being draftable.
Oh, that's where we found the first stone. Remember the stones we were talking about?
Right, first stone, and then apparently Six touched the stone. I didn't see this. I was on the roof killing war draftable aged men. And Six touched it and got some weird tendril things at his face.
Yeah, that was before the stone got taken out of my head, Archie.
And we ran, and we went to Drosden Mill, and that whole place is fucking useless.
Apparently, they got eaten by the smoke monster.
Right. Good. And then we met you, and you know what happened after that point. So that's basically where we are. Yeah, giant smoke monsters, Armageddon world slayers, the usual.
So what you're saying is that these stones have something to do with a smoke monster that kills people? And you forget about them?
No, it doesn't kill people. It makes them not exist.
Well, that and I reached out to the smoke monster and got the chorus with Neverthere. I haven't told you about the chorus, but it is, I think they're trying to end the world.
Oh, you also ate Ranji, you piece of shit.
No, wait, it's not me.
I'm just kidding.
Osiris, the chorus rings a bell. It is not something that you were taught in school, but it is something that you learned recently from your book. You can't remember exactly what was in there, because we said that what's-his-name gave you the book, right? Mm-hmm. Some of the things that were already written in it, of course, poured over. And there was a bit about something called the chorus in there.
Can I flip through and find it?
Certainly can. So you pull that out, and what you find is information about this constellation. It says the chorus. Beneath it says the growing constellation. The chorus is a curious constellation because it was pointed out nearly a century ago as a constant sign in the sky. But recently, it has a few new stars that have been showing up around it. Scholars are not certain whether those are new stars being born in the universe somewhere, or if they were just something we couldn't see beforehand. Either way, it is a very interesting new discovery.
As Six and Archie ramble on, Archie pulls out a small bag and hands it to Marg and goes, "Oh, by the way, this is your cut of all the what we've been paid." Hands it to Marg. All right, Fraser, you can keep up with your own damn money now.
Oh, okay. How much do I have now?
700 gold.
700. All right.
Eider, excuse me. Since Six doesn't have a use for Eider. Because I have to take care of Six like he's a
baby.
Yeah.
So, hold on. What did we just find out about the chorus? The what?
We didn't find out anything.
We didn't find out anything. It's a constellation in the sky that has been adding new stars.
And we don't know if she told us that.
The chorus, it was in the book that Brother Gansel gave me.
You think he stole that book too?
No, I didn't steal it.
No, not you, him.
Oh, I don't know. He didn't tell me that.
I don't know. He is as Argo put it, a fucking thief. So, can you tell me more?
Can I is there I have a map, obviously, of the constellations. Sure. So, can I it's night outside? Is it a clear night? Can we see the stars?
It is super daytime.
Well, maybe if we wait till tonight, maybe we can spot the chorus in the sky. It's written in this book. I hear that there's new stars popping up in the sky.
New stars? Does that show in your book?
Yeah, it's right here.
Can I is her book magical? Can I use Arcana to see if it's changing as things change in the world?
Actually, you wouldn't be able to do it. That's a knowledge-based thing. You'd have to roll detect magic or something like that, or cast detect magic.
Or look at it and then notice later down the road that it has changed.
Yeah.
I see. So I can't just see that it has innate magic in it.
Correct.
Okay. Well,
would you like to roll for magic seeing eyes?
Yeah. I have big magic seeing eyes. That is a 6. How does that do?
Man, you look around and you just...
I got detect magic.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay, cool. Great.
So I can know the presence of magic within 30 feet. I can see auras and determine the school of magic.
Okay.
Whole lot of magic.
All right. You cast that, and you begin to see all these auras around everywhere. This boat is full of them. All of the crates, you see these red arcing, sort of angry auras that bounce between things. But the book itself, as you focus in on it, has this very sort of light yellow glimmering aura. and you could tell that it is divination magic.
This book is very magic. Divination spells.
The book can't get wet.
What?
Yeah, I kind of figured this book was magical because it physically can't get wet.
It
That's all
can't
I
get
know.
wet.
Yeah, when we got drowned. Or at least
Bullshit.
when
I
I
take
was
Just throw
drowned.
it off the boat.
Whoa! Whoa!
Six uses his rocket arms to get it.
Osiris casts shape
okay.
water to pull the book back up.
Yeah, okay. It comes back up.
That's what
Okay,
actually
all right,
happens.
good.
It comes back up. See?
Oh,
Flip through all the pages.
it's not even running ink. That's very nice.
Speaking of magic, honestly, Osiris immediately sits crisscross applesauce on the ground or on the floor on the boat and
The deck.
the deck
poop
and
deck.
pulls out the lantern that she has been so desperately wanting to mess with ever since we got it and hasn't had the chance to. Because Tanner, you said I know some things about this lantern.
Yeah, I mean, you know that it's, you knew it was used in your school, and that there were some there, but you never really got the opportunity to use it yourself.
What do? What do?
Did I not send you?
What do I
did
know?
not send- oh, yeah, because you didn't, I mean, you haven't identified it or anything yet. You haven't taken it to anyone to...
I'd
you
like
could-
to identify it, please.
All right, if you take some time, being as you're you were an instructor and you are familiar with this, if you kind of mess around with it enough, fiddle your hand in the starlight in there and see what it does, you could probably eventually figure out after a few hours.
Okay.
All right, so you prepare to do that.
I rolled a 19 on the dice, if that matters.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
While she's doing this, I begin to juggle hand axes between all my hands.
Roll performance for me.
Do I get a bonus since technically some of the hands are controlled by magic in my brain?
No.
I pick up all my hand axes after they drop onto the floor and I put them away.
You're just tossing them too hard. Let them just stick it into the deck. Thunk, fuck. I just sent that to you, Emily, so now you know what the Star Matter lamp does. That's at least the magical
Oh.
properties of its usage. There could be more to it, but you're going to spend the next couple hours kind of going over that.
All right. Is anybody else unaware of items that they have? Fraser, do you want to take a moment to figure out your Yan sport?
Oh, I forgot about the Yad sport of holding that isn't a holding at all.
I walk up behind Fraser and I undo the big
Fraser? Who's that?
pocket of his Jansport and I stick my head in.
It's Yan sport,
Um,
not
yeah,
Jan
you
sport.
walk up behind
Copyright.
Mark Bark and you stick your head in. It's kind of like a bag of holding, but it feels a little smaller in here.
You get anything out of there?
I take my head back out. Seems like this inside space is much larger than what it would seem to be by the outside. Walk away.
Did I thoroughly check the bag for items previously?
I think you kind of looked through it. There was nothing in
I
there.
thought I did. Yeah.
What you basically have, so we don't have to, figure all this out. It's a handy haversack. So if you want to look that up, that is what the properties are. It is basically the same as a bag of holding, except for everything's kind of in their own compartments, and it holds less in each. There's a bit of an argument.
That's an organized bag of
Yeah,
holding.
it's an organized bag of holding.
Haver Jansport.
It's a Yan sport of haversacking.
It's a Yandy Yap.
Yandy Yaversack
Yan
sport. Yeah.
It's a hack and sack Yad sport.
Okay.
All right.
All right, so you guys concentrate on some of the magic items that you have for now, and to have a few more discussions as you're traveling. The captain of the ship, Mariah, she'll go back and reignite the steam mechanism on the back of the ship every once in a while, and after a few hours of you all looking through your items and figuring some things out, you eventually hear sounds like the screech of an eagle to the north. You really don't pay too much attention to it until after a little while, the screech resonates again, and it is much louder. Echoes across the fields. The cats on the ship instantly perk up and dart into little hidey holes. And then for the third time, you hear the screech echo across the field, this time much louder and nearly deafening in its volume. And if you look to the north, you can see this large shadow rolling over the flowing grasses